What's going on, guys? It's Friday, January the 10th, and I'm Rod, your happy hippie, and it's a sad day. The drummer for Rush, Neil Peart, passed away today, and so in honor of that, we got him in the background playing Rush Moving Pictures in the background. Rest in peace, Neil. And this is my version of Vinyl Tag. I'm gonna crack a cold one. Got some German beer going on. It's a blonde beer a friend had given me. When I drink, it's usually just domestic stuff. I grab some Miller, Budweiser. Anyway, cheers to you, everybody. That's a little different. Anyway, this is my version of Vinyl Tag 2020. And I know there are like two versions going around, and most people were changing the questions up, and that's cool because it's their show, it's their channel. They can do what they do. There's no rules, there's no laws governing us. So this is my version. And my first question I'm asking myself is my favorite album that came out in 2019. I'm doing my top 3 albums that came out in 2019. Turn this down just a little bit. Number 3, The Black Keys, Let's Rock. Fantastic, high energy rock and roll album. And this one, man, would have been number 1. The Raconteurs, Jack White back with his band, The Raconteurs. I think this is the first one they did in like 9 years, maybe 11 years. And it was a fantastic album from Third Man Records. Solid rock and roll album. Very well could have been my favorite album, but this man made an album, and this man is Gary Clark Jr. And this is absolutely for sure my favorite album from 2019. And this came out in January of 2019, almost a year ago exactly. And I remember when it came out, I was like, man, this is probably going to be my favorite album. And it was. It's a solid album. He touches on blues, the blues rock. He has a couple songs that have a lot of reverb, so it almost has that reggae sound on it. Touches on hip hop, some very soulful melodies. Kind of like, I don't want to say Prince, but kind of like some of Lenny Kravitz's stuff, or Lenny Kravitz is kind of sounding like Prince. Does that make sense? Gary Clark Jr., he is a bad man, let me tell you. He smokes the guitar, probably one of the very best guitar players on the planet today. And he's a Texan, that's right. He's a Texan, and if you have not heard of this album, I'm sure you've heard of it. If you do not own this album, sample it, buy this album. There's a few people in the VC who've mentioned it. So I know Emma at 8 Vinyl Low said she saw him in concert, and she said he was just phenomenal. So, you know, number 1 album of this year, of 2019 for me. Now, my favorite find of 2019 would have been the Electric Prunes. And why, you ask me? A white label promo. Can you see that? Not for sale. White label promo. In mono. Pull it out so you can see it. In mono. There is some writing on the cover, the station's call letters, but in my experience, it's really hard to find a promo without writing on it. And usually if there is, it's the DJs get an extra copy. It's one the DJs got and took home and put in their personal collection. But if it was one that was actually kept at the radio station, they got wrote on, doodled on, all kinds of crazy stuff. Usually by interns and overnight DJs. Anyway, Electric Prunes. I got this very, very affordably. I got it for a steal, and that's my favorite find. And my blind buy for the year was not a total blind buy, it was like a one-eyed blind buy. And it was the First and the Frost. I'm sorry, I misspoke, man. The Frost. And I first heard of the Frost on Poppy's compilation Psych album that came out on Record Store Day. And there was my favorite song on Poppy's was by the Frost. So I searched out one of their albums. I found out that Jerry Jeff Walker, one of my favorite songwriters out of Texas, was a member at the band at one time. They had it marked for $30, and I gave him a few things, and we traded this and that. And anyway, I got a really good deal on it. So it was a semi-blind buy of the year. So there you go. I got my favorite albums that were released. My best find, best blind buy. Now I'm going to do my favorite reissues that came out in 2019. This was a Record Store Day. Bob Dylan, Blood on the Tracks. This is the master tape that he brought into the record company before they cleaned it up. And it says Tess Preston. I mean, that's all bullshit. I mean, we know what it is, but you know, the way they fixed it up is make it look more authentic. Phenomenal album. I like it better than the original Blood on the Tracks. Another repress would be this. First time on vinyl. It had been out on CD. The Grateful Dead, San Francisco, California, October 9th and 10th, 1980. And this is all acoustical. And again, this is a Record Store Day release. This is another one of my favorite reissues. So, and moving right along, my favorite box set that I bought this year did not come out this year, but the Grateful Dead. Yes, I'm a Deadhead. Deal with it. This is Barton Hall, Cornell University in New Jersey, and I believe this was 77. Yeah, 77. It was recorded. Phenomenal box set. This is one that eluded me for years. Could not afford it. I finally scraped together some things and I was able to buy it. So this is my favorite box set that I bought this year, The Grateful Dead. And one more thing. I've been seeing a lot of people, a lot of videos about Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble. 50% off. 75% off. Well, I went to Walmart 2 nights ago with my daughter, and all their Christmas stuff was 75% off. Everything Christmas. So I walked up to this very nice lady with the yellow vest. You know, I'm talking about the Walmart supervisor woman lady. I said, does that count vinyl records? And she's like, as long as they're Christmas albums. So there was one left over there. I wanted this earlier this year, around Thanksgiving. And I thought, you know, I'm not going to waste the money on myself. Christmas is here. I'm spending all the money we have on Christmas. But I found it, and it cost like just over $5 with the 75% off. So I got it for next year. Now my dilemma is, Do I keep it sealed, or do I open it up and let it breathe for the next year? So, got my first Christmas album for next year, or for this year. It's forward coming year. Anyway, guys, this has been my vinyl tag. Now I want to do my shout-outs. Got to do shout-outs. I'm going to try to keep it to people who I feel deserve a lot more subscribers than they have. Dave the Pickup Artist. Dan's Vinyl Channel. And there's a couple of them that don't do shows about vinyl, but they have really great YouTube shows. Randall Weaver. He's got a great show on vinyl. So we all know Randall Weaver. If you don't, please check him out. Alrighty, Ron Haggerty, the Vinyl Sanctuary. Eric Weinbender, thank you very much, brother. The Record Spinner, Mr. Hall of Fame, dude. I've been watching you since I started. When I first started doing videos, I reached out to him for advice. And he was noble and very nice, and he answered some questions for me. Channel 33 did the same thing. The Blues Guy Vinyl, I love your channel. David Newton, you're the man, David. Love your channel. Jam on Vinyl, Mike, keep it up. He's a big Bruce Springsteen fan. Jeff Kempton, Dave the Pickup Artist, Real Talk with Tavis. I watch almost every video you put out, man. Cheers to you. I really enjoy how laid back you are and how enthused you are about the music of all types. Thank you. DJ High Noon, B-Sides. Man, there is somebody. Here he is. Harry Homestun. I'm going to spell it. It's Harry, Harry. His last name is H-U-M Stone, S-T-O-N-E. And he's a picker. And his videos are him going out, and he buys all kinds of things. It's very, very interesting. He's going to flea markets, all kinds of neat stuff. The Balding Boomer, Knox by Night Band. If you want some serious, entertaining, just goofy, hillbilly humor, check out Knox by Night. K-N-O-X by Night. They're a parody band. Here, I'm going to play. I'll probably get freaking a strike for playing this, but I'm going to play it in the background. This is meth smoking woman in love with a copper stealing man. But anyway, VC, Melinda Murphy, everyone out there, man, in the VC, thank you so much. It's been a great year. And I'll see if I can turn this volume up so y'all can hear a little bit of it. I guess not. Anyway, but go there and check it out. And there's another one out there I wanted to throw a shout out to. And it's another comedy channel. And oh my gosh, I can't find it right now. Miss Lady Soul, I want to throw a shout out to you. I guess I should have written these damn things down, shouldn't I? Anyway, thank you everybody. I appreciate you watching my videos. It's been fun to watch your videos. Y'all be good to each other, and that's all we can do, right?